It's gonna take more than fancy talk to keep me up all night crawling around these bushes. More fancy talk.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Fancy Talk. I'm Push, he's Bud, and we're back. Bud, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Excited about this list.
I know this is a very fun one. I was trying to think while I was doing it if this is the one I enjoyed the most, and if it's not, it's definitely up there because there's just so many possibilities. And you hear alien movies, you automatically think of invasion movies, but there's just so much more. So yeah, I'm excited to hear both of our lists because we don't know each other's. And the chat's always hopping. I'm excited to see what they have because I have a feeling they're gonna have a few that you and I might not have thought about. So it should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, what do we got going on this week? Anything been happening?
Well, last week we found out, we did a stream over on my channel. It was kind of a potpourri. There's another fucking stupid word for me. Then we talked about Scream and we touched on the Crystal Lake show. And we speculated that there's probably a movie coming from Cunningham that maybe
was that last week?
I think it was last week.
Shit.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday.
Yeah, you're right. No,
or
it was
Wednesday. Was it Wednesday?
It was Wednesday. That's right.
Yeah, but we said, that could be the compromise that, one half gets to make the TV series and the other half gets to go make a movie. And what did we find out? Like days after that, Sean S. Cunningham is in development on a new. It's either going to be a reboot of Friday the 13th or a direct sequel to the original. I think that's what I read. So we could be getting a shit ton of Friday the 13th stuff here to kind of fill the Halloween void for us. But
that's exciting, and it's even more exciting because, like you said, we predicted this. And I don't know about you, but I am wrong on my channel so fucking much that when I'm right for once, I'm taking a victory lap because we were right on this one.
We were right on the money. It was just so weird that it popped up that they're doing a show and they could do everything. Like, to me, that reeked of a compromise of some kind, right?
Yes.
So I guess that's what they landed on. So we're going to get both. We're going to get this deconstructed the Crystal Lake show, and then we're going to get some kind of Friday the 13th movie. So things to be excited about.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the hot streak of horror that we've been on is continuing, and we as fans, for once, after just years of dealing with garbage and legal battles and all shitty sequels, for once we get to have our cake and eat it too. So it's nice.
Yeah, there's one franchise kind of on the sidelines, and it's now a Nightmare on Elm Street. So, I mean, another popular intellectual property that's the last one. It's kind of on the sidelines. So maybe something will get hopping with that.
Yeah, maybe, and they have a tall task, and that's probably a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
they don't have.
You have to
just
find the Freddy, right? Yeah.
Yep, and they're never gonna find anyone that is like Robert, and which will never please the fans. I am perfectly cool, personally, with someone else playing Freddy, but
yeah, you didn't? Did you like Jackie Earl Haley's rendition?
I thought he was the least of that movie's problems. He was fine. I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
I liked the darker tone. He wasn't. I didn't think he was amazing or anything, but I didn't like his performance. Didn't bother me at all. I thought he was fine. And in a better movie, he could have been very, very good. So
I didn't think it was particularly bad. I just thought it just didn't have maybe the cast, the surrounding cast wasn't.
My issue with it was when we met the kids. They were already in paranoia mode. They were already freaking out about these dreams. We never got to see them in their normal, adjusted lives. We never got to see them when they were likable. They were already crazy. So, I think that was one of the problems. We didn't really have anyone to latch onto, and I thought Rooney Mara was absolutely fucking god-awful. So.
Yeah, that was maybe the problem, is she was, out of everyone's league.
Yeah.
in that movie. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
But someone said James Moran says Robert Englund said he's done playing Freddy. Well,
good.
money talks.
Good,
Money
man.
will talk
Did you see him on
or
the
talk.
Goldbergs a few years ago? Like, he looked horrible. Uh,
Did it? No, I didn't see it.
yeah, and it's not his fault. I mean, he's an old man. I mean, at some point, you know, it's time to move on. And anyone that is saying it's time to move on from Laurie Strode and Jamie Lee Curtis and is not saying that about, Robert Englund playing Freddy, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. It's the same thing.
Recast Freddy. Wayne Turner, welcome to the chat. I don't think that's a name I've seen. Welcome.
I have not.
Ri-
Let's see who's in the
yeah,
chat
go ahead
here.
and shout him out and we'll read his
Yeah.
comment after.
Yeah. We got James Morant here. Allie's in the house. Tommy Quinn, what's up? Shane Emerson. Someone from Ackneg Blake.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. No, it's up Blake. All the good names are taken. That is anyone. Adam Howard, what's up? Adam says his number one has been his favorite movie since third grade. Ooh, I'm curious about that.
But yeah, it was. We have to remember, the Nightmare remake was for a younger audience than us. So, well,
True.
maybe younger audience than me. But
True.
yeah, there are a lot of a lot of people grew up with that Freddy, and
Yep.
I see why they like it. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I don't have much bad to say about it.
Scott's in the house. Wayne Turner, how you doing, Wayne?
Sydney, Australia, awesome.
Sydney, Australia. Oh, Sydney. Wow,
Yeah, he's
dude.
from Sydney. Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, I need to go to Sydney sometime, man. I mean, it's a hell of a flight,
I've
but I would love to.
I've been to Perth and I've been, I don't know, Hobart. It's like a little country south of Australia. Very,
Cool.
I don't know if how they look at them from Australia. It might be, I don't know. Seem like a rivalry there, but anyway, I recommend it. Australia's
Speaking of
awesome.
rivalries, not really speaking of rivalries. Scream has nothing to do with rivalries, does it?
Hold on. Well, let's Wayne Turner's comment. He says recast Freddy Krueger played by Ben Mendelsohn, villain in Rogue One. Yeah. Make Freddy innocent when he was alive
Yeah,
instead of a child. Yeah, that would be
that
cool.
that's one thing that the remake kind of hinted at was that he was
Yeah.
innocent, and my issue is with that is they hinted that he could be innocent. Okay, so they had you possibly feeling sorry for him, and
Hmm.
then they turned around and said, "Oh no, he's guilty." So now you just made me kind of start feel sorry for someone that diddles kids. Like that is just fucking horrible storytelling right there. If they did actually make him innocent, as Wayne is suggesting, that is fascinating, and that could open up a whole other can of storytelling worms. Like the parents are the ones that burned him, even though he was innocent. That could be fascinating. I agree, Wayne.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone asked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Any hype for the future of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? We're supposed to be more Netflix movies coming. Texas Chainsaw on Netflix was okay. I still can't get over the blatant ripoff of Halloween 2018 with,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not Sally.
But
Yeah, Sally.
I mean, maybe I don't know, something different.
Yeah, I mean the problem with Texas Chainsaw and remaking it, and I actually enjoyed the Netflix show or movie last year for what it was. I had a good time
Hmm.
with it, but in the original run, the family was such a big part of everything, and
Hmm.
that obviously you know can't be if they're doing sequels, it really can't be a factor anymore because they were all a lot older than Leatherface to begin with. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what they would do. I really maybe have him as kind of a drifter
Yeah, I mean,
going to. I don't know.
there's not much you can explore with that character unless you really dive into whatever mental illness he had, and that's just not really interesting to me as like a slasher movie. So I don't know. But I'll watch it. I'll
Um,
watch any more that come out, especially if they're on Netflix, or something.
Before we move on to Scream, Wayne Turner, he says it's 1:36 Wednesday in Australia. What's it like tomorrow?
Yeah,
He
what's the
said,
stock market doing, man?
yeah, he says he wants fellow Aussies James Wan and Lee Wannell. They did Saw.
Dude, yeah, Lee Whannell's
That
awesome.
that
James Wan is
that
one of my
dovetails.
favorite directors.
dovetails perfectly into. I saw Megan. I watched it earlier today. Fantastic. That they totally have a new franchise on
So
their on like in their lap, dude. It was really good.
I haven't seen it yet. I've
Mm,
heard a lot of other people say similar things that you just said, that it's fantastic
yeah.
and a new franchise is born. My question is this, because I've only seen
Okay.
the I've only seen the trailer and read a few things about it, but
Mm-hmm.
the Megan, the robot Megan, right? That's
Right.
that's played by a human girl, right?
That is. It's played by a
So
human. Yeah.
so couldn't that be a problem with a franchise because she's gonna
Mm,
kids grow up so fast, or?
well, no, they could get like there's ways.
Yeah, I guess.
As
I
long as
guess
the
you have a
long as
different
the
doll that
voice is
looks
similar.
similar. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But James Wan, he produced it. It's
Juan's
very good.
awesome. Yeah, Juan is
Yeah.
probably the best modern director at building tension and things like that. Juan's great, and Lee Winnell's great too.
Have you ever heard the song Titanium? I think it was big about 10 years ago.
Who's it?
Surely to God you've heard.
Who's it by?
What's his name? David something.
Archuleta?
Guetta? No, 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 no. It was what was her name? It was him and some chick. But you've heard the song, I guarantee it. But you
Okay,
will never hear it any other way than what you hear it in this movie.
interesting,
Crazy.
interesting.
Yeah, Shane. A lot of people want Mike Flanagan to have a run at the Halloween franchise, but
You mean
doesn't sound
Nightmare?
like that's gonna. Huh?
You mean Nightmare or Halloween?
No,
Oh,
Halloween.
Halloween. Okay.
He directed a movie that's kind of an homage to
Hush.
Halloween. Hush,
Yeah, it's good.
Titanium by Sia. That's it.
Hmm.
I think she's from Australia. Yeah, you will never hear that song normally again.
Hmm. Okay.
It's just fucking creepy.
Interesting. Yeah, I
So
gotta see
yeah,
this
definitely
movie.
check out Megan. All right, so we'll throw in a little Scream, I guess, before. Is there anything else? I don't. You know, you know who I haven't seen
Who?
in the chat? Allie.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, she
I
here?
saw her at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. She said
Oh
she
yeah.
wanted to boycott us, but she just can't. Is what I think she said.
Yeah. Yeah. So I imagine everybody and their brothers putting out a Scream video, just like we did.
We did.
I have one. Yeah, we did several.
Yes.
I have a new one out today about the Shrine Room, where I had an like realization, like live when I was recording that Casey Becker's swing is there in the shrine. It's you have to really brighten up that image, and there's a lot of things. So go check that out. Is there anything Scream related you wanted to bring up?
Nothing really that we haven't touched on. Obviously, Bud and I have a lot of thoughts on Scream. We've both made countless videos. We both did a live stream together last week,
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, for a little over an hour, hour 15, something like that, where we broke down the trailer, on the day that it came out. More things have come out since then because we've had time to break a few things down. Bud and I have been talking about doing a few more live streams as we get closer to the release of the movie. So we'll really be diving into the nitty gritty. But it's exciting. It's exciting that we got a trailer last week that, for all intents and purposes, I haven't seen too many people saying, that trailer sucks or anything like that. It's really
No, not at
intrigued a
all.
lot of people, including ourselves.
Yeah, they did. They did a good job. I imagine we'll start seeing they'll be flooding the zone with TV spots here.
Yes.
I mean, we're really close to this movie coming out. I mean, think about February. It's 28 days. Before you know it, man, we'll be like a week away from Scream coming out.
Right.
Scream
Right.
6.
Right. And
So it's like we're
yeah,
on the horizon.
yep. And obviously, a great trailer doesn't mean a great movie, just like a shitty trailer doesn't mean a shitty movie. But obviously, we'd rather see a great trailer because it gets us hyped for the movie. I actually enjoyed the trailer for Halloween Ends, but then we had that weird, God damn, I'm talking Halloween again. But then we had the weird Corey synopsis that came out. It's nice to just have a lot
Yeah.
of different, like, fun stuff to talk about instead of a lot of, like, baffling things to talk about. So it's fun.
Now, I like if Kirby, like Tommy Quinn says, he's going all out on Kirby as a killer. I agree. And if Kirby is a killer, man, people are gonna turn on Scream. Do you think? if Kirby is like
I think if
Kirby has a pretty
yeah,
big fan base.
if there's anyone people care about and people care about Kirby, if there's anyone people care about that ends up being the killer, whether it's Kirby, whether it's Gale, whether it's one of the Carpenter sisters, are they both? Is both
Uh-huh.
of their last names Carpenter? Yeah,
I think
I
so.
think so. Yeah, if it's one of them,
It's a,
you're gonna have a
stupid
backlash.
stupid last name for some Latinos.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Interesting. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Um, Wayne Turner has a quick scream six theory, a cult. The leader, Sam's therapist, played by Henry Czerny, aka Mickey's older brother. What do you think of that?
I like it.
I like it too.
It dives into Scream 2. Having a
Goddamn Ronnie with the truth, man.
young.
Young Kirby had a fan base.
Oh,
Oh,
she
that's
sure did. Now, are you talking about Remember the Titans, young Ronnie, or what?
or what was that show she was on? Where she's from Odessa, Texas, where they're superhero heroes.
Oh, Heroes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where she's from Odessa, Texas, but if you watch the show, I can guarantee you, Odessa, Texas does not look like that. Odessa, Texas looks like Libya.
Oh God.
It does not have green hills, and it's not. Yeah. So Wayne Turner Scream Five trailer was horrid. Do you remember the Scream? Did you remember the Scream Five trailer being horrid?
I know. What I remember is them hitting the opening scene a lot, which
Mm-hmm.
obviously they would have because it kind of paid a little bit of homage to the Casey Becker thing, and they were, it was it was back. It was only a little over a year ago, but it was back when it was kind of like, oh, who is this Jenna Ortega? Who is that? And now it's like Jesus, it's crazy. But I don't remember
Yeah.
much else. I remember the dude in the parking lot that got killed. They had the shadow of
Yeah, they
Ghostface.
gave that away.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't remember much from it.
They gave away. He says they gave away both killers and hinted. Yeah, I think they pretty much gave away
Yeah,
Dewey's death for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else Scream, or do we want to roll into our top 10 alien movies?
I think we'll save more Scream stuff for
Yeah, we
videos
can't
and
blow our
live
load, right?
streams. Exactly, exactly. All right, so everybody, get your number 10 alien movie ready. We're gonna go in a moment here. If you are new here, the way we do this is Bud and I and Jake Blaster, when he's here, go through our top 10 lists. We go in order from 10 down to 1. And after we give a number, we read your numbers in the chat. If you're new here and you didn't bring your list, no worries. But if you brought a list, we like to involve the chat in this. So make sure you're staying involved and paying attention. So you want to go first, Bud?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pretty expected. I think this movie may come up a few times tonight, but my number 10 is Predator. Directed by John McTiernan. He was like prolific action guy
Yeah.
from the 80s. I think did he do Demolition Man?
Yes.
Like all kinds of, but of course Arnold Schwarzenegger, kind of an all-star cast. Carl Weathers, uh, still kind of a decade removed from Vietnam. Just thought the Predator was fucking cool, man. It breeded a franchise. I don't know that any of the sequels have lived up to that.
You haven't seen Prey?
The I have not seen Prey yet.
Pretty
I need
decent.
to get to that.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
decent.
yeah, so Predator is my number 10.
All right, good choice. I'm sure we'll hear that number or that movie a few times tonight.
Yeah.
My number 10 went with a comedy. And don't know if a lot of people have seen this, but it's a comedy from, I think it's the early 2000s, but it's called Evolution. It's got David
Right.
Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Sean William Scott. I think this movie's hilarious. It's a David Duchovny alien movie, but it has nothing to do with the X-Files. He's kind of like a down and out scientist. I can't remember the chick in here. I think, is it redheaded chick? She was in The Lost World. I can't remember her name offhand. Julie,
What's her name?
not
Julianne Moore
Julianne Moore.
from
Yeah, she's in
Boogie.
there. Yeah, she's in there. But
Amber
it's,
Waves.
yes, yes. It's a fun movie. It's funny. It's, like I said, it's a comedy. Basically, a meteor crashes onto Earth, and the meteor, it starts evolving and eventually it starts as like a one-cell organism and eventually evolves into aliens. Not a lot of tension, but it's just hokey fun. I've always loved it. So yeah, it's my number 10.
All right. Well, you want me to read the number tens? Looks
Yeah,
like
you
we
can
have
start
a
reading the tens. That
huge
works.
participation.
Gotta,
Let's see here.
gotta hop in chat tonight.
All right. I gotta pull this thing in closer. Allie, Nope. A movie from 2022. That's interesting that a newer movie would make the list, but
Yeah,
we'll be talking about that here a little bit later. Blake, Mac, and Me. I figured this might come up a
I
few
knew
times.
it. I knew Blake
Said
would
it.
have that.
Said he saw it 20 times and never saw E.T. and that this movie is his E.T. Well,
Oh,
that's
that's
yeah.
cool.
Like, come on, people. You don't like E.T.? Tommy Quinn, his is Arrival. I think it was within the last 5 or 6 years. Very slow burn and type of movie. It has Amy Adams, but I could see that being very high on a lot of people's list. Okay, Ronnie.
I think you missed a couple. You missed
Juan
Shane and
Rangel.
Scott.
Oh, I did. The World's End. I think that's
Is that the Seth
what's his
Rogen?
name? Simon. I think it's Seth's The
Seth
World's
Rogen
End. I
and
think that's Simon Pegg.
okay.
I think that's Simon Pegg and his crew. It might be. Scott, Visitors of the Night, 1995 TV movie with Candace Cameron
Mm,
about her being abducted by aliens and teens disappearing in a small town.
I'll have to check
I
that
didn't know
out.
she did an alien movie.
Yeah, me either.
All right, Ronnie, Juan Rangel Rubio. I don't know
What is that?
what is that?
Interesting.
Never
Wait.
heard of it.
Is that a cartoon?
I
No,
don't
maybe
know.
not. I don't know. Wait.
No,
Never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but it's
uh,
not appropriate. It's not appropriate.
Wayne Turner, not a fan of Predator, says it was horrid. Shane Black on crack, but it didn't take place on Christmas, did it? They say all of Shane Black's movies take place at Christmas. Let's see here. Adam Howard has Transformers. Good focus on the alien invasion. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
like
first one. Yeah, I like the
Transformers.
first one. Yeah,
Um, James Moran has Mars Attacks.
it's
I believe
classic.
is that a Tim Burton? I believe,
It might
or am
be.
I mistaken?
I can't remember.
Anyway, uh, I need to know more about Juan Rangel Rubio.
Well, Ronnie retracted his messages, so
Oh, he did?
he did. He did. I'm very curious about that.
Okay. All right. Well, are we ready for number nines?
Number nine.
I think I got them all.
Yep. So that's me now, right?
Yep, that's you.
All right. My number 9 is The Faculty from 1998. Just a fun late 90s movie. Cast in here is pretty ridiculously good. Even the adult cast is all great. Josh Hartnett, same year that H2O came out. What the hell's the Elijah Wood? That's what I'm thinking of. It even has Usher in it. But the classic story of aliens taking over the teachers at a school and a band of misfits having to come together and take them out. So, Faculty, I've always been a big fan of, and a lot of that's partially nostalgia. But I still enjoy it. So it's my number 9.
All right. My number nine was same as Ali, brand new 2022 movie, Nope, by Jordan Peele. It's like the best way I can explain it is like Jaws on air and land. It's like there's a shark hiding in the clouds and attacking people. If you haven't seen it, you need to. I think it's on
I have not
Peacock.
seen it.
You can get on there and watch this thing. It's very good. I know a lot of people were worried that it might be woke or whatnot. Not woke at all. It's just a straight up
Does it have
thriller.
I hate to use the word twist, but Jordan Peele has kind of like twisty shit in his movies, if you know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying.
does.
Like,
Yeah,
does
it
it?
does. It does
Okay.
have a twist. Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit. But yeah, definitely,
Okay. All right.
definitely check it out.
I will. Like it's one of the many movies on my list that I need to
Hmm.
sit down and actually watch. Okay, number 9's in the chat. Allie has Predators with Adrian Brody. I haven't seen that. I was just watching somebody reviewing the Predator franchise. I was watching it a few months ago, and they were saying that it was pretty decent. But I didn't even know Adrian Brody was in a Predators movie.
Yeah, they've tried to remake Predator a lot of times,
Yeah.
and I think this was one of the least successful ones.
Okay.
But I mean, it's hard, it's easy to get them all mixed up.
Yeah, right. Blake has Galaxy Quest, Guilty Pleasure, Never Give Up, Never
Yeah,
Surrender. Galaxy Quest is a fun movie.
yeah.
Tim Allen and Sigourney Weaver. That's a really fun movie. Tommy Quinn has Slither. I have not seen
Yeah, I
that.
believe that's a James Gunn movie. I think James
Yeah,
Gunn.
I think you're right. Definitely think you're right. Ooh,
Yeah.
Scott has one I did not even think of, and it might have made my list. Damn, Starship Troopers, uh, because of OnlyFans
Mm.
star Denise Richards. Yeah,
We'll be
I
talking about that one
will
later.
you? Okay, I was gonna say I have it on VHS somewhere as long as it
I think
survives
it's
the
out on
move.
4K and it looks amazing.
Does it? Okay.
Oh yeah.
James Morant has one that we wanted to mention in honor of our fallen brethren. Just kidding, he's not fallen. But he's got Fire in the Sky, which
Yeah.
Jake Blaster
But
also
this
wanted
would
us
have
to
been
mention.
very high on the Jakes.
Yeah,
Looks like Diamond Rattler's throwing them all in at one time. So
sounds good. We will get there. Must have to leave. Shane Emerson says Arrival. Yep, we just touched on that one. I'm sure other people. It seems to be a popular movie. I haven't seen it.
yeah, it's
Isn't there
one
one?
of the critics' kind of
Okay.
favorite
Isn't there
alien
a
movie.
movie called
Yeah.
Arrival with like Charlie Sheen or something from like the 90s?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah,
This is not that, I'm assuming.
this is not that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Adam Howard has the 1953 version of War of the Worlds. That is a good movie.
Yep, the Tom Cruise one, the Spielberg one's not too bad.
No, it's not horrible.
But
No, it's
yeah.
not. It's not horrible at all. Wayne Turner says Kevin Williamson wrote The Faculty. That's right, he did. And then we're talking about Denise Richards' only fan salary. Let's see if there's any more nines. Am I missing anyone?
Mm.
Diamond Radler throws a bunch out. The Thing. Um, and then a bunch more that have been mentioned or will 100% be mentioned. But yes, those are all great alien movies. Diamond. The other, I'll save the rest of your list there for when we mention them because I know we will. So,
Yeah.
all right.
All right. Walter. Okay.
Walter
It says
Goggins. Who's that? Why does that name
Predators
sound
is
familiar?
he's shit. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But Topher Grace. Speaking of that, did anybody check out That 90s Show
Not yet.
on Netflix?
Not yet.
I binged the whole thing over the weekend.
How was it?
Eh, I don't think they captured the 90s as
Okay.
well as they captured the
The
70s,
70s.
but it was really nice to go back there.
Like,
I will say that for
yeah.
it.
I mean, you got Red and Kitty, so that makes it interesting,
Yes.
especially Red. But I just think they caught lightning in a bottle with the cast of that
Oh my
70s
God,
show.
that the fucking show is amazing.
I
Yeah.
always loved it. I mean, I remember watching it. And I'm a Wisconsin guy, so I just always loved that. It was set in Wisconsin. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on number eights now, and I think you're up, bud. So get your number eights
Yeah.
in the chat.
So my number eight, it may be controversial what I've done here, but my number eight is Aliens. James Cameron's Aliens. I thought it was definitely better than the first Alien. I know a lot of people really hold Alien in high regard, but I think this is Ellen Ripley at her best. And the cast with her in this one, Michael Biehn, Paul Reiser,
Yeah, so good.
I can't remember. Bill Paxton is in it,
Mm-hmm.
and little Newt, but very quotable. Just James Cameron. Say anything about the guy? He's an incredible filmmaker.
Game over,
And
man.
game over, man. I have that. I can't play it
Oh, do
because you
you?
can't hear it, but
Oh
I have it
yeah.
on my. I have it on my soundboard. That's it, man. Game over. Yeah.
It's so good.
So yeah, Aliens is my number eight.
I won't comment on that because it might be brought up at some point.
Yeah.
All right, my number eight. Speaking of not having much to comment about, is Predator. We've talked about it already, kind of at nauseum. Look it if you like testosterone, check out Predator. Get to the chopper.
Get
But
to the chopper.
God, I'm so horrible at impersonations, man.
You
I need to start doing
ugly
this live
son of
on
a
camera.
bitch.
Yeah, but yeah, Predator's classic. Like you said, spawned a franchise. Great cast, and just being in a jungle. These guys that are mercenaries. This alien's just taking them out one by one till it's him and Arnold, and Arnold has to use his smarts, cover mud on himself, and all kinds of different things like that. So it's a great movie. It's popular for a reason, and it's my number 8. So
All right.
chat
So,
number
so
8.
we're gonna have to talk about Fire in the Sky because people are lighting it up in the.
Dude, I need to see this.
Yeah. So it's a true story based on a true story. It's about what happens when you're abducted and you're kind of probed, what they do with your body, so what they do to you.
That doesn't sound fun to
It has a
watch.
really great cast though. It's Robert Patrick, D.B. Sweeney, Henry Thomas, great cast.
Really?
All right, James Morant's number 8. They Live. I feel a feeling that could come up again tonight. Let's see here, Blake Coneheads. So I thought this was on my like just on the outside.
Yeah, Conehead's
Um,
so good.
so good. I love the
The fact
Coneheads.
that
I love the
Coneheads, that SNL skit,
yeah.
that of all SNL skits to get a movie, Coneheads got a movie, and it was fun. It was
Yeah, it was
fantastic.
definitely fun. Uh, Allie, number 8, Battleship. I think that has Rihanna and who
Yes,
else was in that?
I can't remember.
Not one of my favorites. Ronnie is a huge fan of that 70s show. Is amazing. Yeah, it's a totally rewatchable, man.
Yeah.
Good for a binge. Shane Emerson, this is another one I flirted with. Cloverfield. It's,
Okay.
you know, the guy that directed the Batman, the new Batman
Matt
directed
Reeves.
this. Like I like how they did this. It was like a surprise movie. Like nobody knew they made it.
Right.
And they're just like, oh, this fucking amazing, they a little vague trailer, great marketing. It's a really enjoyable movie. I don't know if you've seen it,
I haven't
but
seen it.
Cloverfield is good and Cloverfield Lane is good. I wouldn't watch anything after that,
Okay.
but definitely those two movies are tied together. Um, Ronnie says Battleship is a fun movie. Um, Tommy Quinn, Under the Skin. We heard a little bit about this on the last when we announced what this list would be.
Under the Skin? Never heard of it.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's in it.
Okay,
I
I'll have
think
to
it's
check it out.
maybe a late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
Let me see if there's any others. Taylor Kitsch, Alley Girl, of course, loves him. Riggins from Friday Night Lights. He's in
Scott, did we
Battleship.
get Scott Cloverfield again?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Scott also has Cloverfield, so 2 Cloverfields. And Adam Howard's number 8 is Paul. I think that was from like the
Oh,
last 10 years.
Paul.
No, not that. DB Sweeney had a run of good movies. Wasn't he in what was that one with what's his name? The hockey movie. Mystery Alaska. Wasn't he in that maybe?
I never
Or am
heard
I
of that
thinking of
either.
someone else?
Man,
What?
I never heard of
Russell
it.
Crowe?
No, never
Fucking
heard of it.
hockey movie. Fucking amazing hockey movie. Where they have to they're in Alaska and they have to make their own rink so they could play the New York Rangers. It's like
Oh,
pretty good cast.
okay.
Hank Azaria is in it.
Really?
Yeah, pretty all-star cast. It's I
Yeah.
think from 99 or so.
Okay.
Wayne Turner has Cloverfield on 2 DVD special edition. I have it in 4K, but I haven't opened it yet. But all right, I think that's our number 8s.
Yep. So number 7 is me. My number 7 is E.T. I wanted to put this higher, but E.T. is so nostalgic. It's such a feel good movie, and essentially everything that's going on in this movie, it's essentially about the friendship between Elliot and E.T. And it's the movie that made me terrified of the government, and I still am.
Does it just come into the house?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's so good, and there's some chilling moments, when he finds ET all white, thinking he's dead, and it's just good. I love the scene where ET's like drinking the beer, and Elliot's burping in class, burping up the beer. You know, they're bonded, and it's a feel good movie. So it's Spielberg, you know, at the height of his powers, which lasted 15, 20 years to be honest, but it's good. So it's my number 7.
So yeah, Wayne Turner has corrected the record. Under the Skin is the one with Scarlett Johansson we talked about where she gets naked.
Okay, that's
So,
right.
all right. So my number 7, are you done?
I'm done.
Can I? My number 7 is also in the Aliens franchise, and I have it ranked higher than Aliens,
It's not the
which I
fourth one,
think
is
is
it?
it's Prometheus.
Oh, dude, I'm a big fan of that movie. Continue. Go ahead.
That movie is the fucking one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in 3D. It was when came out when 3D was a big thing, and that movie fucking blows my mind. That visually, like Ridley Scott directed it,
Yeah.
so back to the original, and it's a prequel a little bit, but has the robot name. What was her name? Where she's like fucking cuts her stomach open.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
fucking crazy shit. But I really enjoy Prometheus.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. My only qualm with it is I felt like at the end and I didn't mind it, but I felt like at the end they had to throw the xenomorph stuff in there,
Well,
and
I
it
mean,
almost would have been better
yeah.
if it wasn't in the Aliens franchise, you know.
But then what did they do after this movie? They dropped the ball with the Alien. What was that one? Covenant.
Covenant,
Like they totally dropped the ball. They
I
had something set up.
yeah, I think their problem was they had backlash because people were expecting xenomorphs, and it wasn't that. So then they tried to, please everybody, and that saying.
Yeah.
So they should have just kept up with Prometheus stuff. Yeah, Prometheus is fantastic. I was very pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah.
Okay. 7's in the chat. Let me scroll up and see where we are at. Looks like James Morant is leading the pack. James says Independence Day. It's a good movie. It will be brought up again. So,
It came out when I was overseas.
really? Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it was like I saw a terrible bootleg version of it from
Really?
that I bought in Oman, the country of Oman.
Where's
Bought it for
that?
$20, and that's in the Middle East somewhere.
I figured. Okay.
United Arab Emirates, I believe, around in
Okay.
there.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't get to experience that in the big theater. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was a huge movie.
Yeah, it was. Shane Emerson's number 7 is Edge of Tomorrow. That is ringing a bell, but I can't put my finger on it. Edge of Tomorrow. Okay. Scott, Virus with Oscar nominee Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee, yeah.
Jamie hated it, and Scott enjoyed it. Virus. Never heard of that one either. I'm intrigued though. Blake, Men in Black. I went to the movies twice to see this as an 11-year-old. Yeah, that was a huge hit. Will had those 2 back-to-back summers where he had Independence Day and then Men in Black, and obviously, I believe this started the run where Will was in a movie and also doing the main song to the movie, and that song with that movie just both blew up. That is a fun movie.
Yeah.
Wayne Turner, that's where he was mentioning Under the Skin. Tommy Quinn says Prey, which we just briefly touched on earlier, and Bud's gonna check out. Prey's very good. I agree with you there,
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah, they're saying they made a mistake by releasing that on Hulu instead of the theater. But
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
oh, you know what we forgot to mention earlier?
What's that?
Jamie Lee Curtis got an Oscar nomination today.
Yes, we did. Someone beat it.
She's gonna lose, but she got a nomination.
Surprising. It's almost like a lifetime achievement award or some shit,
Yeah.
Adam Howard.
I'm sorry, I just derailed the whole thing. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You're good. Adam Howard says Alien vs Predator. We got to have fun movies. That Alien vs Predator. It's ridiculous, but it is fun. And it's got what's his name from Aliens in there, Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah.
So I like Alien vs Predators as well. Allie's number 7 is M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. That is a
Yeah,
good
Mel
movie.
Gibson.
Yes, that will be brought up again. Wayne Turner, it's number 7, Species, with that chick that walks around naked, if I remember the half the movie. I remember that from a kid. Diamond Rattler says The Faculty is awesome too. I agree. Where am I at here?
I need to revisit The Faculty. It's not one that
It's fun. It's really
I've maybe
fun.
seen it twice. I remember it as Josh Hartnett. I can. Who else is in that?
Elijah Wood. The
Elijah
dude. There's
Wood.
that dude with the curly hair that's in like Animal Kingdom or the something. Not
Mm,
some Showtime. Or I can't remember what channel it's on. But it's got a good cast. Robert Patrick, Selma
right.
Hayek, um, Christopher McDonald is Elijah Wood's dad. Shooter McGavin. Um, yeah, it's got a hell of a cast. Like I said, Usher. It's good.
Yeah.
Ronnie thanks you for your service,
Oh yeah.
bud.
You're welcome. The best
Looks
time I ever had.
looks like that's all our number 7. So get your number 6s in there, which some of you already have. See you later, Wayne. You said you'll be back, but see you later, buddy. So yeah, get your 6s in there. Most of you seem to
Jordana
know
Brewster. That's her. Yeah.
Jordana Brewster.
She was in The Faculty, I think.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, yes, yes. All right, bud. You're number 6, my man.
My number 6 is another James Cameron alien movie, and that's The Abyss.
Dude, that's
It's kind
good.
of it's basically a Navy movie. So I love it, Navy movies, because I was in the Navy. About the missing USS Montana. Fucking, I mean, what can you say about this movie? It needs
Ed
a
Harris, right?
Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Michael Bain again. Um, but yeah, fucking James Cameron knows how to churn out fucking thought-provoking, like groundbreaking, technology changing movies, and this was no exception for him.
Yeah, that is his
So
shtick, and no one had ever really seen. I think this movie actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you know I'm wrong here, but I think this movie kind of ended up being kind of a test run technology-wise for T2, right?
it may have, yeah, it may have, yeah, it came out a couple years before T2, I
Yeah,
think. I think maybe like 2 years before.
yeah.
It wasn't his biggest box office return, no.
No,
I mean, this was in terms of his box office, it was probably one of his weakest.
yes,
So
yeah. No, the Abyss is good. I gotta watch it. I haven't seen that in forever.
yeah, I think they're getting ready to release it remastered. It's
Okay,
been long overdue, so be looking for that.
okay.
Check it out.
Good call there. My number 6 is the X Files Fight the Future. I'm a huge X Files fan. This movie did something that was really cool between seasons 5 and season 6 of the X Files, which were 22 episodes long at the time.
What? Wait, was this the first X-Files
Yes,
movie?
yes.
Yeah, I like that one for
Yeah,
sure.
it's really good. And essentially, it continued the story between seasons 5 and 6. So, season 5 ended on a cliffhanger, and then X Files Fight the
Hmm.
Future happened, and it's a 2 hour movie or whatever. And it's really good. And Ronnie doesn't like it.
I don't think so.
It's
Well,
really
I mean,
good.
X-Files isn't for everybody.
That's true. But it continues the story, and then you need to watch the movie before you started season 6, because the beginning of season 6 you needed to know what happened in the movie. So pretty
Yeah.
smart marketing. Millennium's good, Ronnie, but X Files is my jam, as the kids in the '90s used to say. But yeah,
That's
I love the X Files. It's a lot of nostalgia for me, and this movie I thought was excellent. So it's my number 6 according to my list.
All right, let's go to the chats. Number 6. See, James Morant has Slither. I think that's the James Gunn.
Hold on a second. Let me unsubscribe to All the Good Names Are Taken podcast for Ronnie calling me poop.
Shane Emerson has Signs. Oh, that's come up. That was M. Night Shyamalan, right? I think
Correct.
that's what Ali said.
Correct.
Yeah, that guy's movies are so fucking hit or miss.
Yeah. He's got another one
Like
coming
he
out
hit
a couple weeks, right?
huge with the Knock at the Cabin Door.
Yeah.
Blake, Ghost of Mars. I think that's John Carpenter.
It is.
Says a special effect, worst special effects ever, but he loves the story idea. His Aliens movie though.
Ghost of
I don't
Mars is
know.
the
I mean, it's
only
from fucking
movie.
Mars. Yeah,
It's the only movie I've ever fallen asleep in the theater.
it's not Ghosts of Mexico. It's Ghost of Mars. Um, Alley with the weird one. Number six, Critters.
Critters. It's
Was it?
classic.
Didn't Leonardo? Isn't Leonardo
He's in the
DiCaprio in
third
that,
one.
or am
He's
I
in the third one.
the third Critters? So they
Yeah.
made three of these things.
They made like 8 of them, dude.
Yeah.
Something like
Tommy
that.
Quinn. Tommy Quinn has Predator. Scott Invaders from Mars, 1986, with Karen Black and Louise Fletcher.
You know, Scott is always pulling out these
Yeah.
obscure movies. I need to see some of Scott's movies. I need to like go back in
Yeah.
the chats and rewatch some of our videos because he's got
Yeah.
awesome
Scott, you should
lists.
put together a top 10 list of obscure movies that we
Yeah,
need to see. Let's see here. Adam Howard has They Live, another John
that was
Carpenter
good.
classic. All right, I think that's all I see.
Okay, so
Millennium was better than X-Files.
Millennium's good.
Yeah. All right, so we're at number five.
Number 5, and that's me. All right, my number 5 is not only one of my favorite alien movies, it's one of my favorite movies and horror movies of all time. And that is Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978 with Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
I
Very popular meme right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, right. I adore this movie. Yes, yeah. Just the tension, the paranoia, the fact that it's in the '70s set in San Francisco, which is like the height of kind of like originality and people coming out of their shells, and then you got these pod people who are just nothing but walking and going to work and not emoting or anything like that. It is so good. Just the tension and kind of creepy vibe and tone to this movie is great. And like Bud said, the ending has become a meme, but it's classic. If you have not seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978, and you're
It's
a
been a
fan
long
of
time.
if you're a fan of just like horror movies from the 70s and 80s, I would implore you to go check it out.
All right.
And Jake Blaster, hello, my friend, is in the chat. He said the ending of that movie inspired the ending of Halloween 3. He is correct. I forgot to mention that. So yeah.
Yeah,
So,
a little bit. A lot of movies have really been
yeah.
inspired by Invasion of the Body
Yes.
Snatchers, for sure. We talked about disturbing behavior. There's a little bit of that
Yeah,
in
you're right. Absolutely.
there. All right. All right, so it's
number
my number
5.
5, right?
Yep.
All right. My number 5 is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You're probably thinking, well, is that a movie about aliens? Yes. They're aliens from the planet Transsexual that have, dude, you're like totally silent.
I'm taking it all in because I don't know if I'm waiting for a punchline or
There's no punchline.
There's no punchline. Okay. Okay.
This is
continue.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Is just
Okay.
a fucking enjoyable movie, man. It's one of my favorite musicals ever. So I'm not gonna spend too much time defending myself, but
No, you don't
I
have to
love
defend yourself, dude.
I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm not afraid to say it.
You're,
All right.
You don't have to
That's my
defend
number
yourself.
5.
Okay, it's a good choice. It's like you said, it's It's a very popular movie for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay. 5's in the chat. You threw me off there, bud. I was speechless. All right, I'm scrolling up the chat. Get your number 5's in if you have not. We are going to start with Allie, whose number 5 is Avengers Endgame. It is a good movie. It's probably the movie that I stopped. I think it's the last Marvel movie I've seen.
It's the final movie of
Yeah.
Marvel. They should have just fucking
Yeah.
stopped for a while.
Yeah, I
but
personally
no.
stopped after it. It was good. Obviously,
I have not
long.
been able to get back into it.
Yeah, same here. But yeah, Endgame was exciting. It was an exciting conclusion to whatever they call it, phase 1 or phase 2 or whatever the hell they talk about. But yeah, Endgame is good. Blake says Star Trek '09. Never saw one episode. This is my first experience with the franchise and loved it. Loved it. Ronnie took me to the movies and paid for it. Never saw the sequels though. Ronnie paying for things, that is a bizarre. But
It wasn't bad.
no,
Like
that's
I,
what
I heard there's rumors
who's the
that
star of
J.J.
that?
Abrams is gonna Star Trek '09.
Yeah, that's what's his
Chris
face? Chris
Pine.
Pine. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah. No, it was good.
Rumor has it that J.J. Abrams is gonna direct the next Star Trek, so that could be
Uh,
coming
that's
soon.
yeah, that's exciting for Star Trek
He hasn't
fans.
directed shit since the last Star Wars movie he did. So
Right, right. Shane Emerson has Superman the movie. That is a groundbreaking movie. Can't argue with that. It may be brought up again, maybe not, but yeah, Superman, the original Superman and Superman 2. I love Superman 2, but the original Superman is fantastic. Scott with Earth Girls Are Easy with Gina Davis and Jim Carrey. I remember that movie. I forgot all about that movie. I finally seen one of your mentions, Scott. Yeah, that movie's fun.
yeah,
James Moran's pulling at the heartstrings here with E.T. and then he
yeah,
says,
of
"I'll
course.
be right
Be right
here."
here.
Oh,
God, if that movie doesn't tear your fucking balls open,
right,
I don't know what will. You
right,
don't have a soul.
exactly. Adam Howard says Alien, the original. I appreciate the scale of this movie. Yeah, Alien's fantastic. You know, everyone says you gotta choose between Alien and Aliens. You know, they're both great in their own
You
ways.
don't.
You know, yeah, you don't. They're different movies. But
I
and
just
both are
chalk it
great.
up as like Aliens just drown out the first Aliens when I was growing up.
Well,
Like
right,
there was no other aliens but aliens.
right.
To me, just going back, it's not a bad movie. It's a great movie, but I just think aliens just drown it out.
Yep. Tommy Quinn's number 5 is Signs. That is a great movie. We've talked
That's
about
all.
it
That one's
before.
coming up a lot.
It's going to come up again as well. IK Love Kid says, "What's up, y'all? What's up, man? Or girl?" Let's see here, and I think we are there. So we're on to your number 4, bud.
So my number four.
Hold on a second.
Uh,
Are you going to throw another curveball here? Do I need to be
no, no
prepared? Okay,
curveball.
okay,
No,
okay.
no, no curveball. Hold on. So my number four is Superman 1978. Diamond Rattlers threw fucking cold water on this. Wouldn't consider superhero movies alien movies. Well, I mean, Superman's from the planet Krypton. Like it's a fictional planet, of course, but it's an alien coming to Earth. He's
Yeah,
a
it's all
fish out,
perspective.
fish out of water. So that's like I won't spend too much time on it, but I fucking Superman's one of my favorite movies. Um, so Superman's my number four.
Can't argue. Just want to address iCloud Kid says he's a guy. I thought so, but I didn't want to offend you just in case you weren't. So I covered my ass there. But good to know my instincts were right. They're usually wrong, to be honest. But Superman, yeah. Superman's so good. It's just classic. So
Those are coming
I'm
out
with you,
on. They're
bud.
doing all of those on 4K here shortly. Looking forward to having all of those on 4K. Great
Yeah.
movies,
I wonder how
except for
that.
Superman 4.
Yeah. No shit, man.
I might fire bullets through that one, but
That's fine. Yeah.
stupid.
And Superman 3, I enjoy. I know
Oh, I
people hate
fucking
it.
love it.
Yeah.
No, Superman 3 is great.
Yeah. All right, my number 4 is what we've talked about a few times. And that is Shines. I was trying to say Shyamalan and Signs at the same time. It's Signs by M Night Shyamalan. I love this movie, and what I love about it,
Joaquin is in this, right?
Joaquin
Joaquin.
sure is. He's Mel Gibson's younger
Yeah,
brother. What I love
yeah.
about this movie is, it's an alien invasion movie and it's done a little differently. It's very small scale at the farm. And, as much as you're entranced by the alien aspect of it, what it's really about is a man who lost his faith. His faith in God. His wife, in a fucking brutal scene, gets, she's trapped between a car and a tree, and she was hit by a drunken M. Night Shyamalan, actually. But Mel Gibson, who's a pastor, gives up his faith after that. And then by the end of the movie, because of events that transpire in the movie, he's wearing his, I don't know what you call it, pastor garb again. But it's really about his faith and the alien stuff. It's not secondary; it's driving the plot. But it's really, really well done, and it's Bud, you mentioned earlier, M. Night has been hit or miss for a long time. This is back when he was mostly hits before it turned into a big lull period for him. But very, very
like
well
he
done.
fell off, like fell out of, like he lost it after Unbreakable.
Yes.
His first two movies were amazing, and then it was just. But
Yes.
signs of, I don't know.
Ronnie,
Need
did
to
I
go back
spoil
and.
something? I'm sorry. Did I spoil something?
Oh, you didn't spoil anything.
Okay. Sorry, Ronnie. If I spoiled anything for anyone, I apologize. Didn't mean to. So.
Jake, you've never seen E.T. or like I know you haven't seen one movie that's coming up on my list, but come on, you've seen E.T.
He's
You've
seen
seen
more than
Predator.
that.
Come on.
All right, chat number. Are we on fours still? Chat's fours. Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
it's you,
more
buddy.
on them. Yeah. Am I reading the number fours?
I believe so.
All right.
Looks like Allie
So
starts
this
it off.
one from Allie. Who?
You're good.
Allie.
Yep.
The Dark Crystal. I did not know that this was an alien movie. I just thought it was a stupid puppet movie. But I
Good
mean, what
call.
do I know?
Yeah, I never heard of it.
I've never seen the Dark Crystal. I mean,
Either I gotta.
this one I wondered if it would come up, and it has. Howard the Duck with Leah Thompson. It's a George Lucas kind of.
Yeah, it's technically
It's kind of
Marvel or
like the
something,
first.
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is part of the Marvel. Yeah, but it's a very cult classic type of movie, so I could see it. Um, Blake Pixels, Adam Sandler, Kevin James fighting arcade aliens injected into my veins. Yeah, it's enjoyable. Dude, Adam Sandler is a what a body of work.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Pumps out fucking
That'll be a list at some point.
yeah. James Morant, he loves the original Alien masterpiece. I could see why you think that. Um, let's see. Tommy Quinn, Species, Natasha Hendricks.
Yep.
Shane Emerson, number 4, Predator. iClap kid, his name is also Nick.
Hey, all right.
And then Adam Howard, number 4, Predator. So Predator's coming up a lot. I figured it would. So
Yeah. Yep. And Ronnie said he was kidding, and
okay.
then I don't have to pretend to give a shit. So.
Blake
Okay.
said he saw signs in the theater.
Dude, me too. When I saw
Very
signs. I was actually up in like northern Wisconsin in like cornfields. It's funny. I was with my 3 brothers, and signs came
Wait,
on.
you saw it in a cornfield?
Yes,
Oh, I was
yes. There
gonna
was a
say.
theater in a cornfield. Like
That sounds creepy.
it was creepy. And it's what's funny is like, so my dad was chief of police at the time, and we were at a chief of police conference with all the chiefs in the entire state. And so it's all these guys with carrying guns and shit, and some of the guys like were like pulling their guns out and shit. It was crazy, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was weird.
Blake's like, isn't there a version of Ninja Turtles where they're aliens? I don't know, but I
There
thought they were
is.
just like mutant Ninja Turtles.
He's
Like,
right. There is. I've never seen it, but there is.
all right, well, they were aliens and spoiler alert.
All right. So are we on number 3?
Yeah, Jake says the only. Yeah, we already talked about that. Yeah, we're on number 3s. I think that you're up.
All right.
Yep.
My number 3 is the next movie I'm reviewing on my channel, besides my Scream content, and that is John Carpenter's The Thing. I love this movie. It's not my favorite Carpenter, movie. Which is Halloween, but I think The Thing is probably his overall best movie. It's unfortunate that it didn't get critically acclaimed. It didn't catch fire from the fans until much later. But the practical effects and just the exploration of paranoia is just absolutely fantastic. I love the ending of this movie where you don't know if Childs or McCready, you don't know who is the thing, if either of them are the thing, if both of them are the thing, you don't know. It's absolutely just a fucking fantastic movie. And yeah, I'm gonna have more to say about this, but I'm planning a
God
quite
damn it,
extensive
Allie.
review. What
She fucking just,
she?
I don't know why I
Oh,
didn't think of this movie.
yeah, you're right.
This movie should totally be on my top 10 list. Damn it. I missed it.
I missed it too. Yeah.
Fucking failures. We're both failures.
What do you got? Since we know it's not Little Shop of Horrors, what's your number
No, my
three?
number three is, we talked about it earlier. You forgot about this one too, but I didn't.
What's that?
Starship Troopers is
Oh
number
yeah,
three.
yeah.
I mean, what a fucking great movie, man. Paul Verhoeven, I think that's who directed it. He did
Yes,
RoboCop.
correct.
It's like a, I don't know how you explain. It's like you're watching the channel for the Federations,
Yes.
but I
It's
mean,
like
all-star
it's like
cast,
campy, but
Denise
not like too
Richards.
camp.
Yeah,
It's like it's campy, but it's not like weird campy. It's fun
I like the whole process where, they're you have to serve in the military to be a
to get your
citizen,
citizenship. Yes.
get your citizenship. I think that's how it should be in real life, but um, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, great cast, great special effects, just a very enjoyable movie. And
And they're essentially
it was
like big
fun.
bugs, right?
Squash those bugs. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're bugs.
yeah. Who's the
Like
star?
I
Who's the
don't know how
star in
they
that?
didn't
What's
make
that
a
guy's name
friend.
again? Yeah, what's the guy's name again?
Johnny Wishbone,
Johnny Wishbone. That's
Johnny
right.
Rico,
Or Rico. That Rico. That's it.
Johnny
Yes, it's a
Rico.
great name.
Oh, I can't. Casper Van Dien.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's
I don't
right.
know how they didn't make a franchise out of this. Like, how did they drop the ball on this?
Yeah, I mean, you think that they could pump out so many, even if they're not great, even if they're not like theatrical releases, they could have pumped out a bunch of these and people would have liked them. It's just
Jake Blaster's number
I
three.
already saw, and it's my turn to read. God damn it! Uh, all
Uh,
right. Speaking of me reading, we're gonna go up to the top and see what everyone else's number threes are. Looks like we're starting at James Morant. He's got Game Over, man. He's got Aliens.
Game over.
Um,
Yeah.
Allie says Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis, I believe, right?
Yeah. Rick Moranis, Steve
Steve
Martin.
Martin, that's right.
Fucking awesome movie, man.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe I missed that. I would
Classic,
like to make an amendment to my list.
right?
I might take
Adam Howard
Predator out.
says what Nick said. I assume you're referring to The Thing with your number three as
Hmm.
well. Great minds, Adam. Scott, another one that I actually know that I forgot all about this movie existing. It's My Stepmother is an Alien,
Yeah, I remember
1988.
this.
I forgot. Oh, that's Allison Hannigan's in that. That's right, and Kim Basinger.
She must be like
really
young
young.
in this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not playing with any flutes in this one.
No. No, I hope not. Uh,
That was
Shane,
one of the biggest twists of movie history was
I've
with
stuck
the
a foot in
band
her
girl.
pussy. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, a huge twist. That's like a M. Night Shyamalan twist.
it is.
Shane Emerson says Alien. Yep, I agree. Tommy Quinn with The Faculty, which we've touched on a couple times, which Bud says he's going to revisit. Diamond
Hmm.
Randler says The Thing. Best alien movie of all time for me. Ronnie says, Scott, your list is the best. Scott does have a good list. Scott always has a good
Yeah,
list, man.
yeah,
Jake Blaster says he loves Halloween Ends for his number three. You
yeah.
do? I didn't know you love that movie,
I
Blaster.
think it says three
Third favorite movie
through
of all
one.
time? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
I
Your
think
third
I
favorite
think
movie
he
of all
put it
time,
three
Jake?
times.
Okay.
Wow,
I'm not
that
going to
is
argue with you. You're
incredible
not here, so I'm
praise.
not going to put words in your mouth, but I'm just telling you what the chat says based on what I'm seeing. Halloween Ends, his third favorite movie of all time. Okay.
I think he was telling us earlier that Halloween Ends got snubbed in the Oscars today. So, like he said, David Gordon Green got snubbed for best director, best screenplay, all of it.
He did. All right, so we're on our number twos here, bud. Before we get to our number ones, let's last show we each guessed each other's number ones. But before we do number one, I know we're on number two now, but before we do number one, let's remember to try to guess each other's.
Okay.
So what's your number two though?
My number two is so E.T. is my number two. Like to me, that is one of the alien movies. Like when you're a kid, you can totally identify with that. Every kid wanted to find the extraterrestrial. Make me love Reese's Pieces.
Yes,
Making me start calling people penis breath.
that's
Like
right.
this movie was a very big part of my childhood. So like the sheets were ET, the lunchbox was ET. Like I was an ET horror when I was a kid, so it's number two on my list.
You know, one thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about ET myself is I absolutely fucking love the scene where the kids are driving on the bikes away from the cops. Like that is just classic.
Think about in the Halloween scene where they're all
Yes.
trick or treating. Like,
Yes.
damn, you just don't see Halloween celebrated like that anymore.
No, it's
Like,
sad.
you just don't see it. Yeah.
It is sad. All right, my number two is Aliens, James Cameron.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of cheated here. Alien would have made my list, but I don't. There's so many good Aliens movies that I wanted to include just one of Alien or Aliens. So I chose Aliens because I like it better today. I kind of go back and forth with it on which one. But yeah, I mean, what more can we say about Aliens? It took everything that Alien did, and it put it on steroids. Ripley's badass in this movie. What's his face
Get
is
away from her, you
great bad.
bitch.
Yeah, what's his face is a great bad guy in this movie too. Beverly Hills Cop, Mad About You. Paul Reiser.
Yeah,
he's
Paul
a,
Reiser.
He's a huge douchebag in this.
Fucking love Paul Reiser.
Yeah, he's so
he's back
good.
for Beverly Hills Cop.
I
so-
saw that. That's exciting. He's an underrated character in that franchise. But yeah, Aliens is fucking awesome. It's just you can put it on and just have a great time watching it. And I know it's more of an action movie than a horror movie, but when those aliens are coming through those vents, that is fucking scary. And the scene with the queen alien and the eggs or whatever at the end with when Ripley takes the flamethrower is just fucking awesome. So Aliens
Yeah.
is great. It's my number two. All right.
Wait a minute, I can't hear. Oh, there you are.
You got
I
me?
couldn't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
You just missed my usual rambling. You're good.
Okay.
All right. You're up to read number twos.
All right, let's get to the number twos. All right, Jake Blaster coming in at number two with Halloween Ends. He really loves that movie. Let's see, James Morant, The Thing. I'm feeling that's going to come up with some number ones. Shane Emerson, Aliens, man, game over, man. Allie, number two, War of the Worlds, 1953.
Okay.
This one has a little bit of curveball. Spaceballs, 1987. John Candy and Rick Moranis. Bill Pullman,
It's such a good movie.
Pizza the Hut.
Yeah.
Tommy Quinn, Alien. I've seen that quite a bit tonight. And then Adam Howard, number two, Signs. It scared little Adam quite a bit, and he appreciates that a lot.
It's creepy.
Paul Reiser's sister slapped him in the movie premiere because she played a douchebag.
Probably because he played such
Yeah.
a douchebag. Yeah.
James Morant says Aliens is a horror action movie. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So we're there. Number ones.
All right. Can you guess mine? Then I'll try to guess yours.
Hmm. Damn, I can't.
I know it's hard this time.
Let me think. Let me think here. Aliens. It's probably Independence Day. I have a feeling that'd be high on your list.
I think so.
I think so.
Final answer.
Final answer.
God damn it! Am I that predictable? It's Independence Day. Look, there are other movies I've named that are better movies and movies I enjoy more. But when I think of alien movies, I think of Independence Day. came out in '96, I believe, and it just huge summer blockbuster. When they started blowing up those buildings, whether it was the White House or the tall buildings in New York or whatever, it was fucking epic. Like, we almost haven't seen epic before. Will Smith is great in this movie. Jeff Goldblum is great in this movie. Possibly the best movie president speech ever from Bill Pullman. Right. That speech is fantastic. Very inspiring too, and it's something that I think our country could, and all over the world, we could listen to a little bit more these days, instead of arguing about stupid shit. When he says, what does he say? Something about our petty differences or something like that. But it's a classic movie, and let's not forget about Randy Quaid before, with a little precursor to him going mad himself. So yeah, I love Independence Day. Bud, you were right. That's my number one.
Did you like the sequel though? Did you like the new one?
Scared to see it. I haven't seen it. I'm terrified to watch it because I just can't see how it's going to be.
It just suffers without a certain character in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard that Will Smith isn't in it.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to guess your number. I was going to guess Men in Black in a curveball, but that's not really. Oh yeah. Never mind. I know yours. Yeah. I know yours. Yeah. I'll let you say. You mentioned it.
I'm a little offended. Yeah, I've seen the number ones rolling in.
Yeah. And we haven't heard this mentioned at all.
Not one fucking time tonight.
That's surprising.
And it's crazy because it is
and we've heard the director
Aliens movie.
Yeah.
It is probably the most hopeful other than E.T. Like, Steven Spielberg puts out very hopeful about the aliens should they come to Earth, like that the aliens are good, and this movie is no different. And it's of course Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's very thought-provoking and kind of shows a little bit into the human alien craze about there's humans out there that have all say they've seen UFOs and whatnot, but this is like, it's a very optimistic outlook of because we're always out there looking for other aliens, and you want to think that they're out there looking for us and that they're not trying to cream us, but we're just trying to understand each other. It's fucking I kind of really shocked we haven't seen it tonight, but
yeah, you think
that's my number one.
Once. Yeah. Did you eat mashed potatoes tonight, Bud?
No.
Okay.
I had Five Guys.
Ooh, I love Five Guys.
Five Guys burgers.
I like their fries too.
Yeah, they're pretty good. The Cajuns, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so good. Yeah, but yeah, Close Encounters is a great movie. All this, we heard Spielberg numerous times today, but not that one.
I'm like, we had a pretty big audience tonight, and no, not one.
Yeah. All right. Maybe someone will throw it in at the last moment, but chat's number one, starting with James Morant, Predator. Stick around. That has been mentioned numerous times. Shane Emerson, John Carpenter's The Thing. Obviously, we've talked about it. It's fantastic. Scott, this was on my honorable mentions. I almost included this, and that is Cocoon.
Yeah.
It's a tearjerker movie. Steve Guttenberg, William Brindley, and Jessica Tandy. Directed by Ron Howard. I forgot that was Ron Howard.
Yeah, Ron.
I think
Howard,
it's got. Doesn't it have the dad from Tommy Boy 2? What the hell's that guy's name? I can't remember.
Don Amici, Hume Cronin.
Yeah.
Brian Dennehy.
That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's a great movie. Tommy Quinn also goes with The Thing, as does Blake. Says McCready may be his favorite character of all time. Dirk Diggler being a close second. James Morant asked if I'm going to slap him like Will Smith for not having Independence Day number one. Yeah, virtual slap James. Allie says E.T. Gave me love of movies. It was the first movie I saw in the theater. Not to mention, I adore Spielberg. Plus, the Halloween atmosphere, as Bud mentioned earlier, is fantastic. Adam Howard says Spielberg's War of the Worlds, favorite movie of all time. Most alien movies seem dumb to me now because there's just no tripods. Yeah, I know you kind of briefly mentioned it earlier, Bud, but I thought the Spielberg version of War of the Worlds was pretty decent as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably looked down on it at the time it came out because of Tom Cruise and all that, but
Yeah,
uh, yeah, it's a not like I mean, he makes movies, things that he loved, and
yeah,
it shows.
yeah. All right, so before we wrap up, Bud, I have an important
Well, you
question
forgot
for you.
you forgot Jake's.
Jake's. Oh yeah, sorry, Jake Blaster. Halloween Ends. Oh jeez.
Wow,
God.
crazy.
Okay, the guy must love that movie. Um,
Yeah.
before we wrap up and talk about, and don't leave yet because we're gonna give next week or next show's topic. We're gonna post a thumbnail here in a minute, but I have an important
Sure.
question for Bud and an important question for everyone in the chat based on tonight's topic. Do you believe in UFOs? Have you ever seen a UFO? I know you were overseas, as you mentioned earlier. Did you ever see a
Hmm.
UFO over there? Have you ever seen one where you live
No,
now? No.
there are no UFOs. There are no aliens. There's no intelligent life out there in space. If there was, we would have found each other by now.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a lot of people do LSD. I think that's what, yeah, when the
So,
military's doing a lot of crazy shit.
so other than altering photographs and all that bullshit, when someone sees a UFO, do you kind of just think that they just see something and it's do you think it's maybe some military experiment or
It
what?
could, yeah, it could be something like that. It could be weather
Technology.
instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of times, and I'm mixed on this question because I believe in them, but I can't tell if it's a Fox Mulder. I just want to believe in them. Um,
Hmm.
but I think a lot of times we see what we want to see. If you're
Yeah.
a guy that believes in UFOs and you see something strange in the sky, what are you gonna do? You're gonna think it's a UFO. If you're a skeptic, you're gonna come up with a different logical explanation. So I
Yeah.
think I
Think
think a
it's,
lot of
think
times,
it would have been invaded by now.
yeah.
It's either that or we're a really bad reality show for some fucking alien planet, maybe. That's
The
possible.
universe is so big, though, dude.
I
So
know.
big. Light years away. What if something's light years away?
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know.
But I mean, think about for life on this planet. I mean, things had to break just right for that to happen. So, you know,
Yeah.
who knows? Another
Yeah.
conversation, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, wrapping up. What else we got here? Before I pull up next week's or next show's topic, I am gonna try to get a Scream live stream scheduled. I'm thinking Thursday night, but I have to check on my schedule. Work is crazy for me. Um, if I do, I'll probably ask Bud to come on off the
Oh,
air
yeah.
when he doesn't feel pressured. But
No, I'm on.
I'm gonna
I'm on.
try to do
I'm
that.
down to talk Scream.
All right, cool. I'll find out tomorrow. I gotta check out work schedule. What do you got going on
Okay.
yourself? I know you just put out a Scream video within the last
Yeah,
couple hours. Did you not?
I did. It's out there. Go
Make
find it
sure
on
you
my
check that
channel, The
out.
Shape of Horror
Yeah.
podcast. I debuted my brand new intro video that made on Final Cut Pro. I'm pretty proud of it. I did it myself. So self-taught.
Awesome. I would
Uh,
suggest, guys, if you are watching this after the fact, or if you are watching this now, um, get in at the ground floor on Bud's channel. Go give him go subscribe to him.
yeah.
Um, I would say by this summer he's going to be at 1,000 subs, and he's going to remember the people that supported him early on.
No.
So get in now, help the guy out. He's got a lot of good shit over there, and that's about as much as I can suck your dick in public on purpose. So yeah, but no, I'm
Yep.
dead serious, guys. He's got a lot of good shit. Give him a sub; he deserves it. The next Fancy Talk is going to be on his channel, so you don't want to miss it. Um,
Yeah, let's put it up.
let's
We're
put it
gonna
up. All
change it
right,
up a little bit.
here is the next Fancy Talk topic in 3, 2, 1, boom. We are going top 10 '90s songs over on Bud's
Yeah,
channel.
we haven't done a song list yet, so this will be the time. So
Yes.
I'm pretty excited about this one.
Me too. Me too. And Jake Blaster promised off the air, but he promised us that if he is able to make it, he is going to be singing all of his songs live on
Yeah.
air. So make sure you tune in. You
No,
do not
I'm
want to
pretty
miss that.
confident Jake will be back for the
Yep.
next one.
Yep. I am as well. So, um, Anything you want to add here, Bud, before we sign off for the evening?
No, I just like I hope everybody is, you know, there's a lot of songs from the 90s, so I
Yeah,
think it's going to be hard to whittle down, but
and a
hey,
lot of different
I know that what
genres.
Scott says it's too many to choose from. Give it a try, man. It's fun to go back and listen. So I've been so many different genres, and I mean, you could do country music, rock music, whatever
I'm
you
gonna
want
be
to
hitting
do.
up the boy bands pretty hard, just so you know. So
The boy bands was like a 2000s thing, wasn't it?
you might be right. Fuck.
Except for like Color Me Bad, maybe New
Yeah,
Kids on the Block.
yeah. No,
Well, they
I
are
might
on
be
the
hitting that up.
thumbnail.
I need like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, man.
Yeah, they're kind of late
They're
90s,
yeah,
so I
yeah. We'll
guess.
see. I'll have to look. Um, but yeah, that's it for us, everyone. Really want to thank you guys for being so lively in the chat and everyone tuning in. We appreciate it because you guys make this show, not us. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Good night.